Okay, good afternoon. Going to today Mount Hamel, Northeast Ridge. About 4 kilometers, 4.5 kilometers, but it's all steep, a little more technical. There's other routes which are longer. They're more laid back, we'll say. This one here is starts off pretty slow, but then you get into some steep sections along the side of Hell's Creek. Should be quite interesting. As long as rain holds off, we'll be okay. Okay, so we just came up from this side. Hell's Creek is down here. You can see the bank washed out here. And we have to turn to the right here and scramble up over all this rock. Apparently it's a pretty good climb all the way, pretty much all the way to the summit. So without further ado, let's get into it. .3 kilometers according to this trail marker here. I'm gonna say the sign down there said 4 kilometers, but some of the trail maps I looked at said 4.5. So yeah, it'll be pretty much uphill all the way here for about 4 kilometers. If you start up on Beaver Dam Road, you have probably a 5 kilometer walk before you actually start to hit any real elevation changes. This kind of meanders its way in around cut over, and look down here, and the creek is down in there. Hamel is another of the bronze peaks, although they say this section of the trail a little more technical, not really a bronze hike. It is quite steep, some tricky sections, especially up along the edge of the ridge there. Have to be careful up along that way, and that steep section we just came over there is quite slippery. A lot of that conglomerate rock all crumbled apart, lots of loose pebbles on it. Make sure you have good footing. Yeah, we're getting up there now. We're up along the edge of this ridge. We're about an hour in to the hike. I don't know, halfway maybe. No, I'm just guessing. Maybe not quite half, but I came all the way up from that highway down there, so I got to go all the way to the top of that and then back a couple of 100 yards There's another slope that goes up there, up by the fire lookout. There's a cairn box up there. So far the weather's cooperating. It's a beautiful day, man. No rain, knock on wood. Not too hot. Okay, so we come across this little meadow and out through the woods here onto this ridge, and we've got a big scree slope here in front of us. So now we have to scramble up that scree slope up to the bush there somewhere. I can see somewhat of a trail kind of zigzagging up through there a little bit. There's also one that goes off this way, so I don't know, I'll have to stop here for a little bit of rehydration and take a look and see which way we're going to go. Cheers. Okay, so there's a couple of red squares tacked onto some of the rocks along the way. You can pick them out once you get scrambling up the scree here, almost up to the top of this rock. A couple of more feet to go. We'll be up on that rocky outcrop there. Should be a little easier. Some of this scree is pretty loose and crumbly and hard to get a good footing there sometimes. Here's one of these little squares here. Yeah. So we're up over that. Oh, a couple little pecks of rain here now. I hope that's all it amounts to. Awesome view. Look at the geological features in that rock face. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, my selfie stick is not working properly. I was going to take it out and get some video walking up this ridge here, but might have to do a little remanufacturing, refitting on that to make it work properly again. Lots of sheep poop. No sheep though. I know they've been here. Well, that's the summit up there. Right up there. A little dip right here. Down the valley through these trees. Up over that scree. You just go back around that edge of the mountain that you can see there. There is an old road type thing. It's all switchbacks, which is part of the Death Race Trail for leg 4, which is just off to this side farther, which is another route you can take up here, but it doesn't give you the views like this route does. So we picked our way around that and up that big steep grassy hill and follow up this quad trail here. This goes out to the top of that big crevice there, or big gorge in the front of the mountain. This is a quad trail that leads back to the forestry lookout, fire lookout station. The cairn box is just a couple 100 meters in front of that. So we'll go up there. I'll get my stamp for Mount Hamel, and then I'll be 5 out of 6 on the bronze. Just Mount Louis left. All right, here we are at the summit. Mount Hamel. Oops, sorry, I almost dropped you. Awesome. A little look around here. Do a panoramic view. There's a Grand Cache in there. And all those awesome mountains I want to get to in there next year. So from Mount Hamel here on a clear day, which today is not a clear day, you can see Mount Robson kind of in over that way. I've seen it here before, but when there's no clouds and when Robson's not making too much of its own weather, you can see the peak. Forestry fire lookout. Closed up for the season now. I guess it must finish in Labor Day. Looks like it's all barred up there. Mine is over that way. All pretty level, high level country up that way towards Grand Prairie. And Smoky River Valley, Milner generating station down there. Not sure if you can see that smoke plume way out there. That'd be forestry products. Some sun shining over there on some of those mountain peaks. Just a slight breeze here today. Quite nice. And the rain held off so far. Knock on wood. So instead of going back out to the edge and skirting my way along the top, I'm just gonna wander down over these little meadows here, kind of on an angle back down. You can see ahead of me the big gorge there. So make our way back down there and follow the trail back down to the truck. I'm guessing 2.5 hours to ascend, maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours down. You can kind of see the road coming along in here. And then there's a Y just right here. Turn and go up this way, and it zigzags up the back, comes up by the fire lookout. That's the Death Race Trail. Connects to this mine road here and goes down in the valley over there to the highway. Well, comes up that way, I should say. That'll be their route of travel, up this side, down the other side to Beaver Dam Road. So here we are back down on this little road again. About 20 minutes from the summit. It's a lot quicker going down than it is going up. See up to the trees there is where we were. It's starting to clear off here now. It's going to be a nice evening. Oh, look, a white goat right there. 4. 5. 6. Oh, more there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 goats. Tell they graze around here all the time the way the grass is ate down, eh? I hope old Billy Goat is not too PO'd with me. Hopefully they'll step off the trail and let me pass. Pretty sure-footed, those guys, running down over that rock face. Awesome. Thank you, guys. ya. So, looks like a big crevasse here. Kinda goes right along there. Looks like that whole front edge of that is starting to slowly break away and fall in. It's pretty cool. I don't want to be climbing up here when that happens. Imagine it'll be a slow, something that happens over years, but look at that. This is it, I'm out on it now. Let's go back in. See the big crack in here. Cool, that whole rock face could just let go one day. Pow! Man, I'd say you'd hear that crash in town, for sure. It's a big chunk of rock. Wicked. Cool geological features there, eh? It's awesome. Just some awesome views from up here. This is wicked. I'm gonna throw my old canoe in that river there someday too and get a little paddle in. You can go in by Hell's Gates there, or Sulphur Gates, and paddle down as far as, I think you can just see in the corner down here, there's some rapids there by the gun range. Gun range rapids, they call them. So yeah, we're partway down this scree slope here now. It's pretty loose and slippery. I think the worst part is over. There's some good footholds down here. Mount Hamel, very impressive. Kind of more like a mountain than the rest of the other bronze peaks. Other than the other ones are kind of just rounded alpine meadow, big hills, I guess. Okay, so that includes Mount Hamel, or concludes, sorry, Mount Hamel. That's just about 4.5 hours round trip. I only spent about 20 minutes, not even that, probably 15 minutes at the summit. Wolfed down a bar and a bottle of water, and just about an hour and 40 minutes back to the truck from the summit. 2.5 hours up. The knees are kind of aching a bit right now. Nothing a hot shower and a nice icy cold whiskey and ginger can't fix. Considering it's Friday night, I think I might partake in one or two. Anyway, this is Mount Hamel. I hope you all enjoyed this one. Catch you on the flip side. Rick in the Rockies, out.